This is season 3, episode 4 of the Positive Vibe Enthusiast. This is your host, Tashi, and tonight we have our usual suspects. Woo!
Yo.
And I kick it off with Alonzo. How you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
That's good. That's good. What up, Tracy? What's going on in Illinois?
Nothing much, you know what I'm saying? But the rent. Hey. Nothing. I wish you could see me. I wish y'all could see me over here. I'm over here nodding my head with the finger in the air, like yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get. I'm here for all of it
already.
And what's going on with you, Siobhan? I hear you're getting off of the work in Whistled and Blue.
Yeah, you know that checking in the 9 to 5 life right now. But making me especially grateful for when I don't have to do it at all anymore. So
yeah,
it's coming. Chugging along.
Yeah, just keep going, because I would be lying if I said it. That ain't one of the perks. Like, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know, it's tough being a entrepreneur, self-employed, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But one of the luxuries is getting able to get up when you want to and leave when you want to and things like that. I don't take for granted my midday naps when I can take one.
I mean, I kind of have a hybrid situation right now in from the benefits perks of that. I mean,
yeah,
because I say 9 to 5. It's in air quotes. I make my own schedule, but I mean, this is one of those days where I ran it 9 to 5, like it was hours. But yeah, it's funny that you say that about the midday nap, because that's what I started doing at lunchtime instead. Like, whenever I work from home, I take a nap now. Yeah. Why not? I'm already here. Rest up. Mm-hmm. European countries do that shit all the time. Like, no more.
I get more work done that way too.
Mess. That's pointless. No, I'm with you. Naps in the middle of the day. I'm with you.
Yeah, it makes me better. I can think clearer. Yeah, I like my naps. I'm a toddler.
I can't remember what company. It was either like Google or Amazon, but they actually, like, that's kind of like one of their bylaws. Like, you get like a 15-minute nap break or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't remember what company it was. I heard it like years ago though.
You know what?
15 minutes enough though?
Well, it depends though. They might give you
on it.
They might give you a couple of them. Like, you get, like, take a little cap nap here and there. I know. Who is the woman who runs the Huffington Post? You guys, her name like Natalie something Huffington. Well, whoever runs the Huffington Post, that's part of her thing. She's really big on getting people to sleep and take naps and take time for yourself, because I guess when she was building the company, she actually crashed and hit a wall because of exhaustion, and she doesn't want that to happen to any of her employees, because she said it's not even worth it. Like, she got delirious and went crazy from working too much and not enough sleep.
It's true. I mean, when you consider how much sleep affects, like, there was it was on Vice Channel. It was a show that I was watching a while back, but they were talking about the impact of sleep on your day to day, and saying how a lot of Black people don't get enough sleep, which also contributes to the obesity problem. They were looking at, overall health of Black people, Black and brown communities. And it's like, if you don't sleep, your metabolism is off. If you don't sleep and actually achieve like REM sleep, you aren't in a point of having normal brain function.
Yeah.
You don't reason the same way. Your logic is out of the window. So a lot of times when you see like people who are just erratic, it's because they've had improper sleep function. Like, even when you think of kids, when they haven't had a nap and they start flipping out in the middle of the day, they're fucking tired. They need to go to sleep. Adults do the same thing. Like, we need to be sleeping more. So yeah, I'm with you on whatever plan you have to get more rest. Sleep, y'all. It's okay.
You know what? Yeah. And, we were talking before the show about Social Security and if it's going to be available for us when we retire or not. And I know Siobhan has shared the story. Long story short, a gentleman had to return to work after, being retired due to his benefits being reduced. And I guess my question is, what is your plan? Do you have a plan, or, what's your plan for retirement? I mean, that's pretty much like 20 to 30 years from now for us, God willing 10. But
with this inflation,
what's your plan? I guess I'll let Tracy kick it off. What's your plan?
That's a good one, because to be honest with you, right now, I don't really have a plan.
Okay.
Especially with me kicking my business off and everything, I'm kind of trying to grow that. And I guess once that gets to where it needs to be, then I can start investing and saving up money. But I really don't have a plan besides the normal saving up if you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And investing if you can.
Okay. What about you, Alonzo?
Well, my plan right now is kind of shifting because my life done shifted. I just bought a house sold by Tashianna. You know what I'm saying? Tashianna.
Y'all see my t-shirt though. Best gift ever, y'all.
Yeah, but no, like when I was when I was a shorty, I was always like an entrepreneur. Like I started like fixing like family members' cars when I was like 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah, like I knew how to, like, my pops taught me how to do brakes when I was like 8. So he was like, as long as you know how to do brakes, you can always keep some money in your pocket. So that was like my first hustle, working on cars.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I started working on cars, and then I actually went to like a private high school, Mount Carmel, in Chicago. So when I was there, I got around like like the white boys and everything, and then I was like, man, like the shit that's like normal to me, like I could sell to them. So like I started like selling like porno. Back then it was like VHS tapes. So, so
you was the DVD man.
I'm a hustler, homie.
Yeah,
you was the DVD man, huh?
Before the DVD was even a thing,
Oh, my VHS.
But, yeah, like, cause like right there on Sibley, it used to be a little sex store. And so like after so many, I guess, years or maybe like plays, they used to take the VHSs and they'll put it in a dumpster, and then they'll pour like water or something all over it. And then like I just went inside and hollered at one of the employees, like the night employees, and I was like, man, look, if you just set them to the side of the dumpster for me, I'll pay you. And so he started doing that. So I would literally pick him up and I'd go to school, and I was selling pornos out my backpack,
That is hilarious.
How heavy was your backpack with all them tapes though? Because VHS wasn't like.
No, I didn't take like the whole box to school, like, but I come to school with like one or two, because like I was literally taking orders. I tell people like, hey, look, that's the menu for the week.
We have big black boobs.
Yeah, like they was putting in requests. And so, like I always been a entrepreneur, but now with my degree and everything finishing up with school, I'm trying to use that as kind of like my main income, but then also like my side hustles to supplement, because when I retire, I want money in the U.S. working for me, but like I'm actually gonna retire outside of the U.S. because your money goes so much longer.
I know that's right. Go on and get.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I got a place in mind, but I can't tell you because too many people might hear and they'll start flocking there before me.
Hey, keep it to yourself.
Oceanfront property.
Well, you better hope they don't do it anyway, because you know what they say.
What?
Great minds think alike.
He gonna be there with them. They already and them great minds gonna be quiet too. It's gonna be all 10 of them on that island. Like, me too. Me too. Oh, thanks for that DVD, man. I remember that.
Oh wow.
You got old Peter. Peter's like, yeah, I met Shawanda in college, and if I never saw that porn in high school, man,
Oh my gosh.
Let me stop.
Remember when you told me big black boobs in homeroom?
What are you saying, Alonzo?
Siobhan could thank me for putting Peter on game.
Wow.
Damn, Siobhan with Peter.
I mean, I guess so. So we about to be neighbors on the island, Alonzo?
Hey,
probably.
If I own it, clothing will be optional.
That's my kind of island. I'm already there.
Y'all over there on Fantasy Island. Me and Tracy will come in and visit once in a while. Tracy, you ain't going?
I ain't playing with y'all.
I'm going to the island. I'm just gonna have me on like a muumuu that's off the shoulder,
Okay.
At that age, yeah. Something colorful.
I'm gonna be jogging naked on the beach, like, hey neighbor.
I am not playing with y'all. No. No.
Well, what about you, Siobhan? What is your plan for retirement so far?
I mean, I thought I was gonna keep contributing to my 401k, and today actually I had started another Roth IRA and found out that I had actually started 2, so I maxed them out this morning.
Wait, so you only can have 2?
No. Okay, so here's the thing. I started 2 Roth IRAs. I thought I started 1. Apparently, I had said I want one that Fidelity manages, and the other one I will manage myself personally.
Okay.
You can have as many Roth IRAs as you want. However, the max contribution you can make to them for the year is $6,000 total.
Okay.
So if you have 6,000 Roth IRAs, you can only put $1 in each of them.
You know what? Guess what? Now, don't you guys see what's happening? I just want to stop right there for a second. What type of bullshit is that? Now, if I got 12,000 this year, or 20,000 this year, 18,000 this year, I can't do that. Like, do anyone see the foolery here? How you gonna put a cap on somebody saving for the future?
Because they trying to keep track.
No, man, it's to me, it's a way to keep people in the working force, because it goes back to why was public school designed for? It was designed to get bodies inside of factories. School was never designed. Well, public school, what I'm talking about. Public school, American public school, was not made to for the owner of the company. It's for the workers to create more wealth for the top. And it just burns me up that you got to stop at 6,000. But carry on. I'm sorry, Siobhan. What else is your plan? I went on a rant. Sorry, guys.
Well, I mean, now I'm very much on the page of I can't depend on Social Security, so I think I might have to sign up for old girls class, the sugar baby session.
Right?
I might just gonna have to go ahead and get that, because I mean, it just like Tracy was singing when she first got online today, ain't nothing going on but the rent, baby.
Nothing, not a thing.
That's crazy. So they put caps on them Roth IRAs. Hey,
I mean, you have a cap on your IRA, you have a cap on your 401k as to what you can contribute. So once you max that, that's it for the year.
I did not know that.
Like max it if you can.
Wow. See, I was not aware of any of this, because I made a decision. My view on all of this is I all too heard in high school that there was not going to be any type of Social Security. And I remember paying attention as to all the reasons why it wouldn't be there. And it made logical sense to me. So I made a decision then that I'm just not depending on the government to do anything for me. So I'm just like, for me, it's entrepreneurship. It's whatever I can do to generate some dollars for myself. That's my plan. Oh, and I just got involved in the whole crypto game too. So I've been investing in that, because I believe that's the future of where currency is going, and my world currency is going. So, but yeah, that's crazy though. I didn't know it was caps on that. I did not know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Siobhan, she probably should elaborate a little more on that. Like, maybe throw out a little bit of like financial literacy out there, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know. Because me personally, I always like I hustled to like my physical ability. Like, that was my side hustles. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I could physically do. But now I'm starting to get into like the stocks and like IRAs and everything. So I think she could definitely put a lot of people on game.
Yeah, put people on game. If I'm at work right now, my job is offering 401ks and Roth. Like, what would you advise for me to do?
Do both.
Okay.
So if your company is offering you a 401k, I assume it's because they match. If there is no match, then you might as well have a Roth IRA, because the beauty of a 401k is your company is putting in whatever you put in. Like, the terms are different wherever, because I've worked at places where they'll match your 401k up to the first 5% of whatever you match. And then every percent after that of whatever you contribute is 1%. So everybody's terms are different, but obviously if you have a match on your 401k of whatever you're contributing, definitely take full advantage of it, because that's just free money coming from the company you already work for. So if you have a company that offers a 401k, get involved in your 401k. If you're eligible to be participating in it, get involved with your 401k. The Roth IRA, I chose to do that because you don't know what's going to happen. And as healthy as we are, and people living longer, and inflation the way it is, and the fact that there may or may not be Social Security for us in upper age, then you want to be having as many investment vehicles as possible. And the cool thing about a Roth IRA, so like I said, you can only max it at $6,000 a year, but you can have as many of them as you want. So, and this is something I was considering too, where generational wealth is considered. If you have kids, you can start your kids a Roth IRA right now, and they can take that money out whenever.
Yeah, I do remember that, because
unlike a 401k, your 401k, you can't take any money out without penalty until you retire. Mm-hmm. A Roth IRA, you can take money out, but because it's post-tax. You've already paid taxes on this money. You're making contributions on your own. It's growing for you. But if you decide to take any money out, then that's something that you can use. But if you consider you start a Roth IRA for your babies right now, and then by the time they graduate high school or they graduate college, if college is for them, they ain't got no student loans to worry about. They got a Roth IRA that's been building for them, that you've been contributing to, that they can take from and buy their first house and not have to take out a mortgage. Or, if they had a scholarship and they don't have to worry about student loans, then this is money that can be applied elsewhere. So it's a good savings vehicle that I've considered too. And I'm like, damn, you know what? This is what I'm actually going to give my niece for her high school graduation. I'm not just giving her money or, some stuff from Bath and Body Works to put in her dorm. I'm going to give her a Roth IRA. So like, okay, well, I'll make the first contribution, but whenever you get a few dollars, just throw it here. It doesn't need to be any set amount. It doesn't need to be anything huge, but it's something for you so that when you do get rolling, you've got a little bit of cash going for yourself.
I love it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say just one thing to add to that. I think I can't remember how old I was, but somebody had broke down like the IRAs for me, and he had said basically if you were 18 and you put the 6,000 in, he said by the time you retire, it's like 1.4 million, something like that. And he was like, that's what you starting at 18. So I can only imagine what that'll be if you start like your kids off, if they like 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things like because I was talking about this with my friend Evie, who had been she was a guest on the show last season actually, but we were talking about it this morning, and we were discussing generational wealth and things, and saying that when they talk about like you putting away for your future and saving and things, I wasn't thinking that when I first got out of college. I only just recently started saving the last few years, and that was, after late 20s was when I really even started thinking about it. I mean, my first 401k, I was putting, you can take $20 out of my check, because I was on this whole, I got stuff to pay off. I got out of college. I was trying to tackle my student loans, which they're still here. So big whoop on that. I could have been at least saving something, bigger for myself. But, if my family had known about this, or if I came from a family that knew more about how to handle finances and how to manage money, and who could have told me, I would have loved to have this information, but I didn't, and that's okay. But the important thing is, like, now that I do know, is that I'm using it in a way that is going to be beneficial to me. And hopefully, you're right. Like, maybe this is information that can help somebody else, and hopefully people look into it for themselves and, find more avenues and different ways to help themselves as well. But, I'm not trying to boost them up or anything, because there's something not so kosher about them. But I had gotten into Robinhood when COVID had struck, because everything, the stocks were dropping, and they always say you buy low and sell high. And I had started just like playing around with it during COVID when stocks were low. And I've got a few dollars there, but I will say this, if anybody is deciding to do that, it's not an overnight game. It's not, oh yeah, I'm going to put $200 in here and expect it to blow up into 1,000, and then it drops 1 week, and then you take your money out. That's not how it works. That's a long-term play. If it's really set it and forget it. You invest and then get on with your life. Like if you decide to buy some stock in Tesla today, you don't say tomorrow, you know what, Tesla dropped a couple points this week, I better get out of that. That doesn't mean anything, because guess what? In 2 weeks, Tesla might be skyrocketing again. So whatever you do look into doing, I think it's cool, because with Robinhood, the everyday man can essentially build their own mutual fund. You can get in on stocks easily from your cell phone, but it's not something that, I mean, that GameStop fluke and stuff that happened a few months ago, don't expect shit like that to happen every single day.
Yes, and that's a good disclaimer. And I would just add to it, don't ever invest money that you can't afford to lose.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So I think we got solid plans, and I think that we are no more prepared or unprepared than our parents. I kind of feel like you just go with the flow, and I think things were a little bit easier for our parents in the beginning, like when they were 20 and 30 having kids, versus how it is being now at our age having kids. I think that's a little tougher for anyone having kids now, and I think that that what you're saying and put it out there, I know will help somebody, because this information needs to be out there, and we weren't prepared. And like I said, I went to public school. I didn't have private school, and I was taught to be a worker, and I was that until I snapped out of it. So like, it's crazy. But anyway, Tracy, you back? I saw you left and came back. You good?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Okay, just making sure. I got a question for you guys. Do you think that this is our new normal, or will we be able to get back out and party? And I mean, even though the pandemic in some places is technically gone, but I spoke with someone that works in the medical field today, and they were telling me that the news is not lying, that it really is up right now. It's kind of like gotta be a little careful, wash your hands, wear your mask, whatever. So like it is up. But do you think that it's going to get better, or this is our new normal? Because I just saw the funniest meme or TikTok video, and my man's in the year 2037, and he's on his 79th booster shot, and it's just hilarious.
Well, can I say, let us assess and address the fact that everybody should have been covering their mouths when they cough and washing their hands all along. Before COVID hit.
Yes.
It should not have been a just because of this situation, but even still, here we are. And is this the new normal? I mean, for right now, as far as will we be able to go out and party? People are going out and partying right now.
They are.
The days,
I guess, safely. I don't know shit.
Safely. I mean, define
is it safely? Is you still getting it?
Right.
I know, right?
There's always been a risk for something. If it wasn't COVID, it would be something else.
You're right.
So I mean, that's still a relative term of we'll be able to go out safely. If it ain't COVID, it'll be another DC sniper or something. If it ain't the DC sniper, it'll be bumblebees from Taiwan that are looking to kill Americans. Like it'll be everything. So
yeah,
I'm like, I just honestly, I think that at this point, when we say the new normal, the biggest thing that I'm tired of is things that are affecting health for people, and people have died from it. And I think that the news definitely takes advantage, because you need to sensationalize things for people to watch. If you weren't able to shock and awe and scare everybody, nobody would turn it into the news. So some of that is just blown up to scare the hell out of everybody. But I will say this, I am very much looking forward to health issues not being treated as a political issue. The idea that covering your cough or wearing a mask out in public for sake and safety of somebody else, or even if you don't think it's to be safe, to be considerate of someone else is, I don't think that should be looked at as a right or left issue. I think that is just, hey, this is public safety, end of story. And the idea that, oh, I'm not wearing a mask because of freedom, like, who are these people? I don't get that.
Oh, it's a lot of people.
Like, I mean, if that's how you feel, very well. And you don't have to wear a mask because of freedom, very well. You don't have to get the shot because it's your choice, very well. However, I will say, and now I'm just kind of poking the wasp's nest when I will say this, but if you are on the page of, I don't have to wear a mask because it's my body and it's my choice, or I don't have to get the shot because it's my body, it's my choice, then how many of you were thumbs up for getting rid of abortion?
I don't get it. What you mean, getting rid of abortion?
Meaning that if you're saying to me, you shouldn't have to get vaccinated because it's your body, it should be your choice, but you are anti-abortion for when these ladies are saying it's my body, it's my choice. I'm saying, how many people who don't feel like they should have to get vaccinated or shouldn't have to wear masks because it's their choice and it's their body voted against abortion?
I just wish that they would just talk about success stories, like my success story. I've gone 2 years without having a cold. How did you do that? You know, like, let's talk about, let's educate the public on how to take care of themselves, eating food that boosts your immune system, the power of exercise, proper sleep, all of these things. I wish that we would talk more about that to get people in a situation where if their body do come in contact with something, how are they able to defend it off? Because, I mean, we all are subject to get something, you know, the flu, a cold, like something like that. But it's like, what led up to your body not being able to defend itself? Let's talk about that.
Hey, Tashi, that's boring to general public. And I'm not saying that, not to me. Yeah. I think I would want to hear that too. I would much rather hear that than 18,000 died this week because of COVID. I would much rather hear a story about, here's how to protect yourself, or have you exercised? The more you move, the better shape you off I would love to hear more stories like that. But
I just think that it's always the worst.
That's not an inflammatory story. That's not going to get people arguing. It's not going to get people up in arms. And that is a big part of the media. Like, you want to have people talking shit. You want to have people gossiping. You want to create anarchy because that continues to create conversation.
Yeah, dividing.
If you're presenting calm solutions all the time, nobody cares about that. You want to create discord. You want to, just like when I said our shows are better when we disagree. You want to create opportunities for disagreement.
Girl, that's you. You want to create opportunities for disagreement.
I'm not just over here being a social anarchist. I'm just like, here's how we do it. And like, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like where the news is concerned. It's like, the goal is to get you up in arms so that you keep watching. Make people paranoid, make people angry, make people put them in a state of discord and dysfunction.
It's whack. I just can't wait till this is all over.
You and me both, baby.
But just in case it's not, I have a question. How do you feel? Yeah. COVID is still circulating, y'all. So you and Bay decide, let's just, I'm gonna cook. Come over to the house. You know, like I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna spend a weekend in the house, right? This your new boo. It could be a girl. It can be your guy. Invite you over to eat. You get over there, and this is your first time there. You know, you always been at their house, and they always been at your house and never been to their house. It's your first time over to their house.
Oh God!
And the house is nasty. Are you smashing or are you dashing? How about you, Alonzo?
Well, before I answer that question, I just want to go back to the COVID. You know, I didn't really know that we was gonna touch this subject, but one of my friends, like I'm talking about, me and this dude been rocking together since like 4th grade. He just died yesterday from COVID, so I just want to say,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like real good dude. I'll say real good dude, depending on what side you was on. but yeah, rest in peace, Big Bug. I love that nigga. But as far as me, like nah, I'm gonna smash. I'm gonna probably punish her later.
Wow. So
Wait,
we
did you say punish?
Yeah, punish. So like one thing with me, like I like to do like different things in the bedroom. So like let's say like I'm hitting from the back. Like most guys when they hit it from the back, they go, like smack your ass or maybe talk a little shit. But like I do like different things. So like with me punishing, like I'll be hitting it from the back and I'll be talking shit. I'll be like, yeah, your kitchen nasty. And like I slap her.
So
I
you
slap
gonna make
her
her
like,
feel it, huh?
yeah, and I'll be like I'll wait till she like drop that shoulder, then I hit the other shoulder. And then when she come back up, then I might, get up and get her. You'll be surprised how many women actually like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, like
that's a little too.
he didn't say
listen,
punch.
pain is pleasure.
Wait, did he say punch? I missed that part.
I thought you said give her a shot to the ribs.
I said a shot to the ribs, but
wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. For clarification, because now we done jump ship into something completely different now. So, if you are doing this, because I can respect some domination. However, is this a conversation that you've had with this woman before that would lead you to believe that she is okay with that, or you just went straight up? You know what?
No.
I read a vibe, so I'm going for it.
Yeah, I'm going for it because see the thing is most people don't know what they want until they get it anyway.
You ain't
this
never
is very
lied.
interesting.
But like I say, this is the past. I'm a new man. I'm married.
My next question was gonna be: is your wife with this? Like, does she get into this?
We can't. First of all, we can't even answer that because she is not here. That is a question you have to ask her. Okay. So,
yeah, no,
I'm not even gonna let him answer that.
She'll tell you straight up, like all that shit I be talking shade with none of that. So yeah, she'll tell you.
Oh my goodness.
Why in a dirty house? Wait, man. Okay, so you'll hit in the dirty house, but
I got a question.
Yeah, definitely.
Quick question.
Yes, exactly. All right.
just one follow-up question. After the I think I want to say it right. Punishing of her. I guess my question is, did you guys hook up after that, or is like how would you know she was okay with this? Is my question. Like if y'all had no prior conversation, you get it cracking, your house nasty, and all these things are happening, and then afterwards she's like, "Oh, I loved it. Let's do it again." Like, did that happen?
No. See, the thing is,
know,
like,
it's
know
if they don't
it's more along the lines of kind of like, I'm not gonna say disbelief, but it's something that they'll think about later. Like, they not finna mention it like right then and there, but they go think about it later. And then like as far as like hooking up again, like because like I'm a little different in the head when it comes to women, when it comes to sex. I admit that. Knows this. So like some guys, I'm a Pisces.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I'm out there.
you just put my whole fire out. Right
yeah,
there.
but see the thing is like some guys, like if they get with a woman and let's say that the woman don't know how to perform fellatio the way that they want her to, they may not ask for it again, or they might not even go out with the woman. With me, I'm gonna keep doing it because she gotta learn. Somebody gotta teach her. You see what I'm saying? So it's
I don't know of any man that is not that's gonna just not go out with them again.
No, I know a few guys. Like
really,
I've actually sat in on these conversations of girls being dumped for terrible fellatio.
What?
Yeah, because the thing is, like, that's what they're looking for, and most guys, they don't want to take the time to show them. So it's like, no, I got to show you. You need a teacher. I oblige.
Well, I will say what's funny about that too is on the opposite side. I've had conversations with girls who say they act like they're bad at it, so the dude won't ask again. So it is a double-edged sword there, going with the trickery and foolery behind not wanting to suck dick there. So, but that's just fun. I've never heard the guy say, I've never heard a guy say they dumped a girl because of that.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe later on down the line it might come out that she wasn't that great a cook, and she used to nag me, and she wasn't that good at sucking dick either. But I've never outright heard anybody say like, "Nah, we did it the first time," and I said, because
I think most guys, they probably won't say that because they don't want to sound like kind of like a dick, you know what I'm saying? Especially saying it to a woman. But like,
I've only heard it because. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, think about the order you said, like cook or clean or suck dick. Like, we don't give a fuck about food. Everybody talking about the way to a man's heart is to their stomach. No, motherfucker, I could go to Benihana's. You know what I'm saying? I could go to Steak 48. Like, that's not the way to a man's stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as cleaning, most guys, as long as it's a difference when guys from like looking at filth and looking at like disorganization. You know, so it's like the house might have a lot of stuff going on, but it's not filthy, it's not dirty. We can live with that. But you talking about like a guy like being with a woman and like she not performing fellatio or good fellatio, it's like, fuck no. Like, ain't no guy gonna stick around for that.
Yeah, and I was only privileged to this information because I find myself a lot of times being the only woman in the room, and gentlemen forget I'm there. They talk freely. I be taking all like the notes,
fly on the wall.
Yes, I be taking. Now y'all be forgetting about me. I take all the notes. Like, So that's interesting, though.
I do love that. Like, a lot of them got hella real on us with it because when you said, because you're right. I've heard guys say like, "Oh, I don't need to eat," and they won't care about a lot of stuff. That's why I laugh too when I hear stuff like girls say, "Oh, well, I cook for him and I clean for him. I do everything," and it's like, nobody really cares because there's quite a few girls who don't do none of that shit and they still get rocks. So, like,
actually, to be honest, everyone I know that's married, they not the best cooks. They're not. No.
So, I mean, there's bitches out here who can't boil water, but they, is out here turning it out. So
they got that wop.
Exactly.
Well,
so, I mean, I knew this was true. But when you said that, the order that they might be saying it, and that they stayed with the girl, and it was just like an ongoing thing that was long gone on. And actually, so has a friend who is married to a girl who they met when they were in college, and this girl doesn't give her husband head, and she was just like, I just don't like it. But he goes down on her all the time.
What?
And so Nate got involved and was like, you should be doing it for him more. And he was like, he told his friend, he's like, you need to tell her she has to. You need to tell her she has to. And I'm just like,
why would she have to? She already married.
Well, I mean, at that point, right, it's too late. But I'm also on the page of here's where I am. One, I don't feel like there's that much love in the world. I'm very much on the page with Alonzo on this, and a lot of women are probably gonna look at me and be like, "You bitch," but I'm very much like a guy in this respect. In that, and Tasha, you and I have talked about this, Tracy. I think I might have said the same to you at some point, but I'm not staying with you if we're not having good sex. End of story. Point blank. Period. And I feel like there is no romantic love between us if I don't want to bone you. If I'm not thinking, man, I got to get me a piece of that. There is no room for me falling in love. Also, you seeing, you watch on the OWN network and Lifetime and stuff, all that, Christmas Miracle love and stuff. That stuff is garbage. That is BS. Ain't none of that happening if he gets down to business and the juice is not worth the squeeze. So I am with you. Like the fact that, okay, men don't want to have nothing to do with a woman who's not giving good head or giving it up in the right way. Okay, I get that. Because I feel the same way about y'all. If you ain't doing your thing, I don't want nothing to do with you either. So yeah, I think that needs to be a universal understanding that if you are not about that business, if you aren't handling things and getting that action, then why are we here?
Mm. Well,
why are we here?
Church.
So we didn't made it this far, y'all. We didn't made it through COVID. He didn't stay with me after my messy house. And I took some lessons. I took some classes. I've been certified with the WAP now. And I'm thinking about asking him to marry me. Is that a good idea or not? Should a woman ever ask a man to marry her?
I thought, actually, did I send you that video, Tashi?
You did. That's what I'm asking. I have my own thoughts on that. I just want to know, because it's two things I didn't like about that. I mentioned a video at the end, but I just want to know, is it okay? Is it just yes or no?
For me, it's a no. I mean, here, let me be clear. If you like it, I love it. If you were the type of woman who were so inclined to get on one knee and propose to your man, by all means, you go for that. I respect your gangster like a mofo, and I wish you nothing but the best. However, I will not be doing that shit. It's not a thing, because I'm very much an avid believer that if he wanted to, he would.
What about you, Tracy?
I was just about to say, so I just look at it like this. I'm not cool with that, only because I look at it more of a traditional aspect. I think that the man should ask the woman for her hand in marriage.
Okay, and Alonzo. Go ahead.
But I also feel like the woman shouldn't. What's the word? Pursue the man. I feel like he should be pursuing her. So it's not.
Well, we're beyond all that. Like, we're together now. We're a serious couple. I guess my question for Alonzo is, how would you feel as a man if your now wife, like if your now wife would have turned around and asked you to marry her, would you have said yes? Or would that kind of like have made you feel some type of way? And you're like, no, I'm like, what would you have said, yes or no, if this is my question?
I did say yes.
What? She asked you?
No, let me stop before I'm capped.
You a whole fool.
No, but for real though, me personally, I'm just a Renaissance man. Like I'm real big on, a man being a man. So I didn't really know my wife's father. He just wasn't around. I really didn't meet him. And I even called him on the phone and asked him, if it'd be okay if I married his daughter. And mind you, me and her had already been together like 6 years at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know him. It was just out of respect from one man to another, letting him know that I want your daughter hand in marriage and I'm gonna take care of her. So that was my reason behind that. But this is where, Siobhan said, we disagree, it get ratings, but I disagree, because everybody's situation is different. You might have, it's some relationships where a woman is more like the man in a relationship than the man. So it's only right for the woman to ask his hand in marriage.
Right.
Well, I will say this. My thing on it is whatever floats your boat. I'm not doing that. I just kind of feel like I'm not trying to take anything away from the weight of your penis that's swinging from left to right. Like, I'm not trying to take no weight away from that. The only way I can see that happening is in the event that maybe he had asked me and I said no for whatever reason, but we're still together. And then I had a change of heart, like, oh man, I do want to marry this man. So, but I'd be like this, like, oh, you still want to ask me to marry you?
Like, let's run it back.
Yes. That's probably the way I would have did it. But I bring this up because Siobhan sent me a video. Long story short, you guys, a woman asked her boyfriend to marry her, and he got up. He was, to be honest, he looked embarrassed, and he was trying to leave the situation because she made a whole big, like, a dinner event out of this. As the gentleman is trying to leave out this area, her dad gets up and gets in his face because he didn't want to, he said no, basically. And her dad got on his face, and the altercation was beginning to happen or whatever. But I just kind of feel like your daughter did that to herself. So this is stupid.
Well, he didn't say anything at all. He just got up and he just turned around and left. Like, he just tried to exit Like he didn't address it because she was still on one knee with the ring, looking like.
Knee.
Oh, I took that as a no.
On one knee with the ring box, looking lost, and he just turned around and walked out. And so I saw that, and I just thought, first off, this just feels like a BET movie or like something that Tyler Perry came up with. Like it very much felt like a Tyler Perry intro to like, and then she turned to crack after that. Like I don't know, but I hate Tyler Perry, FYI. But I'm with you, Tashi, in that like I said, if a woman is inclined to do that, and I will say that alongside with what Alonzo said, it is context of your relationship. If you have the kind of relationship where, you know what, the woman has kind of been the boss and running everything and, you know, doing that, and that is natural to you, I can understand the reasoning behind her feeling inclined to do something like that. I am still personally not going to do it myself. The idea of, let me back this up a little bit too, because I will say, I had been told for all the time. I still get here. Oh, you're really intimidating to men. Like I've been taking that wrong. Like they are just intimidated, period. But the idea was that when I would be out and stuff, guys wouldn't ask me out. They would, you know, dance around it and be, oh, he, and giggle, and maybe I'll see you around again. And it's like, you idiot. You should just ask for my number and gone on about your life. And I got irritated with that. And so one of my guy friends said, have you tried asking them? And I said, okay, I'll try it. And so a couple times I did that silly shit. And every time that I had actually asked the guy that we went out or anything else, I feel like they were confused in what to do next. Because here it was, I'm already a very assertive person. And then I came and asked him out. Then they didn't know what steps to take thereafter because it became a game of, does she want me to call her? Does she want me to do this? Do you want me to go forward? Do you want me to go back? They didn't know how to act going forward. And the thing is that for as assertive and intimidating and strong and Wonder Woman-esque as I am in my day-to-day, when I'm working and stuff and have to be, you know, gloves up and ready to fight, I don't want that when I'm at home. I want a traditional relationship where with traditional gender roles where my man is the leader and he steps up and takes care of things and does things. So if I take that away from him, then I've changed the dynamic in the household that I'm looking for. But also, especially where marriage is concerned, I feel like if I were the one to step up and ask him again, he'd probably be confused in that dance too of like, okay, well, if now you're asking and doing shit that I was supposed to do, then what do I do here?
Wow.
He can start picking the dress out.
It's like I said, it's just certain things I'm just not mature enough for, and that's one of them. I'm good on that. Like I said, I have to ask you, like, no, you want to ask me again? No. I'd be open to hearing that again.
I don't think I'd stay with a dude if he asked me to marry him and then I said nah and we just still stay together. Like I'm not gonna Jim Jones and Chrissy him for the rest of his life. Like go on and live your best life, sir.
I don't know. It depends on. Well, for me, I've been asked for a hand in marriage. I won't say who, and we just stayed together a little bit after that. I didn't say yes because I just felt like I want somebody that got some drive. I'm looking for my hustle man too. So if you don't have that hustle drive in you, I can't. For that reason, I was out, and I was in my early 20s when that happened. But but I think sometimes you can stay with somebody afterwards because maybe you can discuss like, no, not right now because maybe you want to save for something. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up an excuse. As Allison would say, stop justifying the bullshit, Tashi. And that's what I was trying to do, justify the bullshit. But I didn't get to half of the questions I wanted to ask y'all. But this was a very go ahead.
Now I just want to ask Siobhan, like she was saying like the guys was intimidated by it. Is she talking about guys in Houston?
Oh, everywhere. Like everywhere.
Like even Chicago?
Yeah, in Chicago especially. I felt like that. So what would happen a lot, and this is where I first did my attempt with online dating was back in Chicago because I got so irritated with this. Because I felt like, so I also blame the popularity of online dating with where that became more and more of an issue, because before I was used to guys just like being like, okay, I'm gonna shoot my shot, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. End of story. But when online dating became more and more popular was when I felt like more guys were struggling to have the conversation and just ask, because they had now been in a position where you didn't have to hear no from me directly. You know, you had to swipe left, swipe right, or, you know, maybe somebody just wasn't answering your message and you just took that as the answer. You didn't get a cold, hard no anymore. So I think that made it even more difficult. So they'd come up and talk to me. They would buy drinks, and it was like they just couldn't close the sale. You know, you couldn't just say, hey, can I call you later, or can I take you out? And what I kept getting, and this was numerous occasions, what I kept getting from guys after I bought you a drink, we're talking, we're laughing, we're having a conversation is, do you come here a lot? Because I think I'm going to be here again on this day. And it's like, wait a minute, sir. You just basically gave me an option to stalk you on the off chance you might be here again this day instead of just inviting me to join you. Why would you do that?
So I would just make a joke with him on that, though.
Yeah,
like,
it got to be a thing of like, oh no, I felt, here's the thing. If I've talked to you and we've been flirting and laughing and I feel like we have chemistry, I feel like I laid out the breadcrumbs for you. I climbed onto the silver platter for you. It's up to you to eat. If you aren't hungry, then clearly you aren't stopping here. So that's your fault, homie. But if you're not closing the deal, and I felt like I gave you every opportunity and I helped you along, and I mean, Tasha, you've seen me in action. I would say I'm a damn good wing woman to anybody who's around, and I do help. Like, I do poke fun. Like it is kind of a haha with you, but even still, like, I'm helping you along to get you to the close. I'm helping you to get there, and if you don't get there, sir, that's your fault.
Yeah, I was just wondering because like something that I noticed like with I guess Houston compared to Chicago. Not only guys but women, you know, like they kind of beat around the bush, like you said. But like, I guess maybe it did change with the internet, because I'm just like in Chicago, it was a lot different. You know, like if we said something, you know, we say what we mean. You know, we don't let people know what's on our mind. You know, so I just feel like Chicago people they're a little different than Houstonians, but you know that's why I was asking. That's all.
No, I agree with you there as well. They are overall different. The South is much different than the North, and the way they do things down here is a lot different. And I feel like there's a lot of it's a lot more slow paced too. And I wonder if that's a thing here as to where that disconnect happens out here, is that it's more they want you to be more sugar coated, and I'm not. I'm very direct and like, sir, make your sale and go home. Like you're talking yourself out of the sale at this point. So maybe that's a little bit of the backlash down here as well. But either way, it got to be annoying.
Well, at least she found love in the hopeless place.
He's still on a trial basis. We still gonna see.
Man, I be advocating for him, man. I'm an advocate. I'm a strong advocate. Like I'm team. I won't say his name, but I'm team. Yeah. Team, Mister.
Gang.
But Tracy, I feel like we ain't heard nothing from you. Are you there?
I'm here.
Is there anything you'd like to add? I mean, this hour flew by. We over an hour, and I don't want to hold nobody up now. But is something you'd like to say? Anything you want to add, Tracy? Anything?
No. Look, y'all know what time it is.
Thanks for coming tonight, Tracy.
Look, I let it be known before the show started what time it was. So, you know, hey, what can we do?
It was good to hear your voice, Tracy.
You know, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me clear that. Thank you.
Oh my
It's always
gosh.
a pleasure, you know, being around such lovely people. I appreciate y'all.
Well, I appreciate you being here and y'all making this positive vibe enthusiast podcast come through. Definitely this was interesting. I think we learned a lot. We definitely learned that you need to get a matching 401k if you can. You also need to go ahead and get Roth RRAs, right? How you say RIA? Is that right?
IRA.
Oh, say it again. No, I'm dyslexic. One more time.
IRA.
Roth IRA. There we go. And we just learned it's up to $6,000, but you can get as many as you want. If you have X amount of dollars divided by 6,000, and that's how many Roth accounts you need. We learned that today too.
Oh no! You can have as many as you want, but total you can only contribute to all of them collectively $6,000.
Are you
Oh
kidding
my
me?
God! Are you?
I totally
serious?
misunderstood that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I was saying if you can have as many Roth IRA accounts as you want,
Doesn't
but
matter.
you max out at $6,000 period for that
for
vehicle
all of them
for the year. So
Ooh,
if you had 6,000 IRA accounts separately, you can only put $1 in each of them. That's it.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
But
wow.
I think Siobhan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Don't Rouse they grow and like I think that's why they limit it because it has like a big growth. Like I think it's like guaranteed like 6% or something like that.
It depends on what your investment strategy is because you can set them to be more aggressive or to be more moderate in what the things you invest in. So you can go with like lower growth, safer bets. This one, so the one that is not managed, that one I just went hard aggressive on. So it's mainly playing stocks. The other one that is managed by me, I'm probably going to do 50% stocks on that one and then like diversify into slower growth things. But you decide how aggressive you want to be with it.
I don't think she heard what you said, Alonzo.
Oh, what did you say?
Oh, I would say like ETFs or like race or something like that or.
So you can you can do stocks, you can do bonds, you can do industrial. You can figure out. It'll show you what the options are of what you want to put into. But there are some that are just like slower growth that you want. Like bonds are slow growth. There's not because there's not a lot of risk with those. Stock there's more risk, so there's higher growth advantage there. So whatever you decide to invest in, that is. Depending on what your investment strategy is, if it's something that like if this were for your kids, I mean maybe you want to go half aggressive and then the other half you want to do with like slower growing things because they've got time. But for us, because we're older, we can afford to go aggressive like a mofo. So yeah. There's that.
Okay. Well, that was that was great information today. And we learned that if you invite your boo over, you may or may not get punished. You know, that can happen. Yeah, if your house ain't clean,
Clean your house.
Clean your house before they come over. You don't want them problems.
It's been very educational tonight.
It's been very like wild. I'm gonna be laughing, editing, cringing. I already know it's gonna be hilarious. But I want everybody to have a very good night. Any last words, you guys, before we get out? Any last words? All right.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. I thank you guys. And yeah, everyone have a good night. And we'll catch you next week, y'all.
All right, y'all. All right. Good night.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.